Hello, folks. We are continuing recording footage for base level Samurai 1.07. Running through the game. This is all for the sake of capturing footage for eventually making a video on how to beat the game at low level for invaders who don't want to mule, who don't have friends, so on and so forth. And currently this file has taken care of what? We haven't gone to the mountaintops yet. And I'm thinking, what else have we got to do right now? A few things. Anyway. Let's get going. So we have a bunch of souls. Let's see what we can purchase here. Hello. I would like to receive none of these things, I think. Let's see, Arcane. We are currently at 12 with the mask on. We can get 4 more. So we don't really go for the Cursed Sword on this build. Or any of the other things. Equipment. I mean, rags are really fun. Not really going to be useful, I think. So we can leave it for later. Okay, so there's nothing to grab at the moment. We could buy more crab, which will be useful. We have Roger over here being spooky. We won't talk to him. There's no point doing Fia's quest in a timely manner. Before we do this, there are a few things, because we do have a lot of crab already. So let's consider our arrows. Okay, we have plenty of serpent arrows as well. What about bolts? Bird bolts. Not many. Don't really want to risk buying more bird bolts though at the moment, because that means fighting past a bunch of nobles. We might eventually go murder all the merchants, but I haven't really resolved myself to do that quite yet. Okay. Sorry, it's been a while since I was on this file, so there's a few things. Do I have all the spells I'm using? Looks like it. So I don't need any of those. Are there any merchants we need to buy from? How are we doing on pots? Because we will want to collect all the pots as well. We're getting there. But we haven't gone out of our way, it looks like. At times like this, yeah, it's safe to buy just more crab. You can never go wrong with crab. Ugly duckly. Give me the crab. Excellent. There's nothing wrong with going immediately to the mountaintops. We could also do a little bit of killing the local wildlife. How are we doing on crystal tier? We do not have all of them, so we might as well clear some out while we're here. This one's important because it gives you the lightning. Oh, hello, Ashen Bull. Yeah, thanks for dropping by. I actually remembered to to drop a link in the Discord. I appreciate you coming by. Yeah, this is a pretty unexciting stream. You know, it's all PVE stuff. Um, PVE cheese to hell and back. So okay, but we don't need the holy. We want the two fingers, and we're gonna want to memorize a spell. Okay, we don't need rejection at the moment. We don't need magic for it. I don't need any of these, but what we do need is this one, yes. Well, we don't actually need it. Take care of these distractions. There we go. Then into the main course. Despite the nerfs, the Rotbrath still does plenty of work against against enemies with low resistances, like these trees. That's good to know. And there you go, we get the lightning shredding correct here. This can be really great because we're gonna, when we do eventually get around to invading, this build is going to use a lot of lightning infused weapons, so the boost to lightning damage will be very good. Speaking of lightning equipment, did we manage to pick up? I don't think we've grabbed the bolt yet, so that's something we could do. It's very important to make sure you clear everything out of the capital before you burn it, which is not going to happen today. It'll take a hot minute, but we have pretty much everything we need to beat the giant. Oh, that's right. I don't think this build has grabbed the Black Knife yet. I need to check that. Black Knife is absolutely indispensable for reaping the late game bosses. And if I'm gonna make like a DLC boss killer build, just for zooming through the DLC when it's coming out, I'll probably make it a Faith Hybrid to guarantee access to things like the Black Knife, which are the defensive incantations, are also just incredible. Every build can have the fort spells with just one talisman swap, so they should. Especially since you don't have to meet the casting requirements on your casting tool, on your not catalyst, what you call it? Oh, and I'm dead. Oops. Don't do that. But yeah, since you don't have to meet the requirements for any seals, just use a 0 rate seal, throw it on any build, offhand or something. Unless you have a really good reason to have, something else in there. Magic Fort really helps with Moonveil spammers. Doesn't cost too much FP. Bestial Vitality also if you have at least 7 faith on your build. Tally Swap can get you that. It's a very efficient healing option. Especially at low level. If you don't have it at low level, you're missing out. But even higher level builds can have it as like a useful topper. Did they do it again? No. Okay. So hopefully not mess this up. We messed this up. I can't believe it. Oh no. But yeah. We could also try progressing Goldmask's questline. It's actually modestly useful on these low level runs, I think, because Goldmask's equipment is really lightweight and has pretty high holy resist. So if you're up against the final boss and you want to get that rolling in, I think it's worth, if you're going for the light roll strat on Radagon. I'm not 100% sure on this, but I think I did run it. Plus, fashion. Right? It's something you can get, so you might as well get it. It's my philosophy on these. Gosh darn it, dude. It's my philosophy for obtaining equipment on these low-level runs. Is if it's possible to get, you really should. If you're bothering in the first place, you might as well nab it. Yowza. If it looks like they're not doing a lot of damage, it's that Ritual Shield Talisman doing all, put in work. Stuff's insane. It's not like we aren't wearing some armor as well, but yeah. Lloyd's is good. Lloyd's is love. Lloyd's is life. We cannot currently use the bolt. Requires 40 dex. However, with 2 talismans and the physic, you'll hit 40, which is pretty nice. Let's see. Have we already gotten the wolf armor? Doesn't look like it. Have we progressed the quest line at all for Volcano Manor? I'm not sure. It's been a hot minute. Yeah. It's definitely useful to do so. Big fan of Bulgoat set. It's what I used to wear when like the real high breakpoints were in the 70s. You can still hit the 70s in low level builds, which is pretty nice. Um, this build can hit 88 poise pretty handily and still carry a medium weight weapon. Let's see. I have obtained everything from him already, so that's good. What about you, buddy? Did we already finish everything? Doesn't look like it. Patches, patches. Have we gotten the mission from you yet? Doesn't seem like it. Okay, but we only have the first one then. Okay, so I see where we're at. Hello, Raya. Let's see. So this one should be for Riley. Let's take a rest, and I think Patches should give us the next mission, which is to kill Trigoth. It is more difficult than you'd think. Let's see. Let's purchase some fan daggers. Useful. Make our way. Oh, we haven't done any of this yet. I feel like such a goober. Wait, no. Ravineville Village. We've gone there. That's right. We skipped a lot of stuff because we were hurrying along. Oh, it's nice to progress it. I haven't done any low-level invading yet on this build on PS4, so I don't know what it's like, you know, in the current patch, current time. It's probably pretty dead, but I can't be certain. I was thinking of doing a low TT or invader running myself at low level. Do like the popular invasions only or invasion level ups only run. Maybe combine it with a normal dude run where you only use weapons that are like historical looking. So like the scimitar, for example, can't use the Shamshir because although the weapon itself is historical, it doesn't look like the historical version of the weapon. It's fantastic. You know, no anime weapon arts, just pure physical stuff. Bleed's allowed because you know, weapons cause bleed. In fact, it's more realistic to kill someone that way. Poison is allowed as a grease. That kind of thing. Just kind of run through here because there's nothing. We don't actually need the stones. Just skip through here. You can always come back for it later. If you, I mean, we'll have the smithing stone bell bearing eventually. Gee, we might already have it. The bell bearings themselves are useful to grab even if you're not on a leveling up run. The reason being that they sell some things like the explosive stones and whatnot. Those are available from the smithing stone bell bearings. So like if you want to spam the little magic bolt glintstone scraps, I think they're called, pretty useful. among other things. I suppose we'll go get the Serpent Blade. It might be useful for like low level invading. It's got that health regain effect, which the percentage portion is lower obviously when you're early, but the flat portion is more significant in comparison when you have low health. So, oh, okay. It's gonna be like that. That's why we have Bestial Vitality. Useful little thing. Just gonna ignore everything and run along. Once again, because we don't need it. Not a usual Modus operandi here, but you know, there's nothing usual about low level runs. The real question here is how do we want to muscle past that enemy? There's something over here. We can summon. Interesting. I think we're just going to sprint past. Looks like it worked out. Oh, we could have done a summoning there, I suppose. Some bats here, we're going to ignore them as well. Yes, that means you. We do want to turn around here and go grab the serpent. Curved sword. Stacks with the blasphemous blade, which is, you know, great for like if you're doing a faith build, I guess. Although you're going to be pretty low on weight at low level. The prophet does not profit from having the lowest endurance effectively of all the low level builds, base level builds. It's technically tied with the astrologer, but the astrologer wears the Herodes crown better than the prophet does because it gives the int as well, and that's 2 endurance. So prophet, because you'd rather be wearing the Hail Ignite helm, it basically has 2 less endurance, and the least in the game, and has the hardest time hitting any reasonable levels of poise. It could still poise through like a one-handed light weapon if you're using a greatsword, which is why you'd be carrying a heavy weapon in that build, I suppose. But yeah, it's still kind of crap. Which is unfortunate. Here, it's important to summon the Great Horn Tragoth to get his gesture. You could do that at Dorcastle as well, but I'm gonna unsummon him. I might keep him around just for the boss fight, but I think since we have a Dung Eater +9, it won't be necessary. See, there you go, casual greeting. Very, very good gesture. Very fun. Where is it? We have the calm down gesture. Do we have the extreme repentance? Okay, so we have everything on this. That's good. Casual greeting. Okay, we're going to let you go. Sever him. Take a sit down. And then prepare. Oh, this dagger is not going to do much in this fight, unfortunately. We could go for frost buildup. Let's pick something lighter. This guy's gonna charge at us. It'll be nasty. That was beautiful. Oh, that lava hurts. But we got the rot effect going. That's good. We could just do percent health here and save the frost for phase 2. Oh. I think we're going to do it now. Come on, Dungear. I know you can sell this guy. Sell this chump. Well, percent health damage. And just like that, this is really easy if you have a nearly maxed out summon. Big shocker, I know. Let's swap back to this. Go back to some better defense. But yeah, this is all early game stuff. Anything up to like giant is pretty trivial once you have a maxed out summon. It really is. Okay. But the Great One Tragoth is another story. How are we going to manage this? I think we'll go back to the Frost Katana here. And we're going to focus on rotting him and backstabbing, I think. Which means we don't need this. We want more defensive tools. We just wear heavy armor. With Tragoth, we are a little bit worried about his crossbow bolts, which will do a surprising amount of damage, like that. Yeah. We need to find a better moment, but since we can't really distract him. One option is to use Frost Rot and just go for punishes on his attacks. I think I goofed there because of my insistence on using Rot Breath. Halbert's not a bad option because he can't poise through that unless he's in an attack. Let's see. Can we swap to Halberd? Do we have a Frost Halberd on here? We have a Frost Halberd on here. Guess we'll do that. Okay, he's running straight for us, so he should be able to... Oh, maybe not. Stop him. Stop him! Okay, he's good and rotted. Oh, weapon art here. Oh, he's stuck behind the pillar. Okay, he's frosted. can get a backstab pretty easily on him. So any build really can punish him, but it's best to use a halberd on NPCs because, like other players, they cannot poise through it unless they're in the middle of a heavy attack animation, in which case you should be... Ah, crap. Okay, so the thing about that attack is that if you don't roll it early enough, he can actually collide with you and stagger you guaranteed because of stepping on your head. So I don't think that was actually the damage animation of the attack itself, but the fact that his model collided with me, we were too close, and that staggered me before I could do the roll. Very embarrassing. It is what it is. But we have, infinite tries here. Very free. I don't think this locks him out of the Radahn boss fight. Did we do Radahn? I don't think we've done Radahn either. Although, as you can expect, if you have access to Breath of Radahn is easy as hell. Oh, right. One-handed won't do the trick. What the heck, man? Alright, with this properly rotted. Same old story, just play it safe. Another option here is to eat the crab. Since he does physical damage primarily. Poison halberd also works well here. Trying to preserve Estus because we didn't swap it. There you go. Not so bad. A little embarrassing. They're doing a lot of normal level PvE, so maybe I've gotten used to playing a little bit more risky. But, the good thing about Souls games is it doesn't matter how many times you die. Right, so like that, you can put this on. Still heavy load. But you can do Tree Sentinel Greaves or whatever. Tree Sentinel set. Like so. Right. Then put on Bull Goats. Oh, I don't have the Bull Goat Talisman yet because I don't need it for PvE. But yeah, we'll have to grab it at some point. We're not going to wear this though at the moment, just because it's a little heavier than we actually need for PvE. We can go up. To Altus. Grab the Grace there. We will want the Raptor's Feathers. Hey, welcome back. How's the Netflix? We're just continuing along here, prepping the build, going back and doing stuff we missed. Good, good. Lol. Rewatching The Last Kingdom. It's about Vikings. Oh, very cool. Let's see. If you want to take out actually, we don't need to kill the boss in the cave if we want the raptor's feathers. So we don't have to do that yet. Guess we can go buy some more stuff first. Actually, no, we can go buy the Ancient Dragon Smithing Stones. Not that we need it, but since we did kill Morgott, and I believe we've been advancing the Nepheli quest. Let's go check. Once again, you know, even though you might not actually use the smithing stones, I like to make sure to nab them. The reason being, of course, that if I ever do want to convert this to a 125 build, I'll have all my stuff already, and I won't have to erase it and play through the PvE again, which would be a little painful. Although, you know, farming up all the souls might be a pain, but you know, you got Bird Farm for that. Just for a reason. Here. Okay, so Gostock is still there, which means we need to go rest over here, I think. And that should reload it. Hopefully. Oh, he's still there. Maybe if I rested here again as well. I know this can be a little weird. If not, it's because we have to go talk to Kenneth Haight. Defender of the True Order and celebrated repudiator of the false. I love that guy. I love that guy so much. Okay, here we go. Free stuff. Plus, this is also really important because she will come and help you in the Godfrey fight. It's not absolutely required, but it helps since your damage is mostly percent health and true damage. Having two summons to attack him is pretty viable. Let's see. Okay, Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. We'll go and promptly not use that. Let's see. We can go. Oh, can go nab Riley from over at Shaded Castle. If we don't have the arm, we should probably grab the arm. The next grace, although there's no hurry on that. Millicent's aid is very much unneeded. In fact, we will be killing her on this file, unfortunately. But since we are a dex build, and she helps us hit that very important 40 dex cap for minimum stat for a lot of weapons, we will be killing her. As unsavory as that is. Since this will be a PV player type enemy, we will be going for Rot Breath and Halberd. Frost Halberd. I mean, it's not the only way you can run it. I'm sure, and he's probably got low poise, but it is remarkably easy to deal with them this way, so it's what I like to use. Now, people don't have to use exactly what I do. You can use skill instead of cheese. But, no. In that case, why you're watching my guide, I guess. There's people out there beating Malenia solo with unupgraded weapons. I'm like, it's a little hard for me. It's a little hard. These rocks sure do make fighting Tetris. Goodbye. Get rotted. Yeah, the frost buildup. I mean, they buffed this thing too. You know, 1.07 did weaken Rot Breath a bit, even in PvE, but it did not weaken the buff tools that are really good at low level, the buff ashes. So, I'd say probably all around it's a win. At least until you get to the very difficult final bosses, and those are honestly optional if you think about it. Like, unless even Placidus Sax is like fairly consistent because you can use Dung Eater. So like the sad fact about the PvE in this game is the bosses that are going to cause you much trouble are the ones where it's absolutely required to run Tish for the damage output, and because Tish is inconsistent in terms of damage output, even though it's higher, it's makes the fights kind of a slog. Whereas, for example, when you can use Dung Eater, like on Placidus X, you can get pretty consistent killing him. Although, with the new update, it may be required to use Rot Pots instead of Rot Breath, because Placidus X has high resistances, and you absolutely need that DPS, because in the second half you'll be solo. Separate Bone Blade will also be very nice on this build. Let's see, so we don't want to kill Hoslow for a good minute here, which is fine. It's a pain to kill anyway. But yeah, Super Bone Blade is nice. It's a fun little weapon. We're using everything unupgraded, so whatever. This means I think we could do his quest. Very cool. Won't be wearing the armor apart from fashion purposes, but you know, it's an option. What else do we get out of this? I don't think we get much. Oh, have we not been into the oh, we have not been in there. So I guess we'll do that today. This fight kind of has weird RNG as well, because sometimes it's a pretty tough one because you can get more or less one shot by the folks you're invading, and Bernal sometimes carries the fight and sometimes he doesn't. So you're kind of 50-50 on it. Okay, so the door is open. We have not killed that fellow. Although we can. We'll do that in a bit, I suppose. At some point we'll probably want to get that gravelstone seal as well. It's not really useful to us, but once again, it's an item that goes away. Feels bad to leave anything, any stone unturned. Average. He's got that fancy clothes. We'll have to take the other route if we want to get the Sanctified Webblade, which is very important for this build, once again, because we want that Lightning Infusion. Very good damage. Everybody's spamming it. I actually don't like lightning. But it is pretty good. Probably better than fire. Oh, this is also how we can get the Stormhawk axe, which will be good for a build. Hey, hello Banger, how's it going? We are doing low level PvE, base level samurai, getting that, base level invader finished up, hopefully, eventually. I've already beaten the game on PC with a base level, but this is PS4, and I had some footage issues for that, for when I hopefully eventually maybe make a video. So I'm getting the footage here. Going fine, thanks, how about you? Doing alright. A little rusty. I'm trying to remember what I was doing on this since it's been a while since I did a proper Elden Ring stream. But so far, we're progressing. This is the easy part of the game, Last stream on here, we beat Morgott, and now I'm going back and doing a few Volcano Manor quests, getting some items and such. Did we already get the? No, we didn't. This is a pretty useful item. Fine if we die here, just kind of unfortunate. Why is your dude's face so extremely freaking awful? That's actually a good question. So why am I wearing the Albinauric hat? It's because Rock Breath is basically mandatory for low level runs. I mean, I say basically mandatory not because it technically is, but it's your strongest, most consistent source of rot, even after the nerfs. And it makes killing bosses really easy, and killing a lot of NPCs really easy. And this lets you do that. Reach the 12 Arcane. And it's free to obtain. This is not going to be a setup for actual invasions because it's boring as hell. But this is going to be our setup for the PvE. The halberd is for killing humans, but the misericord is for killing non-humans. Fashion overall. Yes, we do believe in fashion overall, but I only believe that for if I'm doing actually fighting people. Against the game's bosses, I don't really care what I'm wearing as long as Don't laugh. It gives me stats. Gosh darn it, dude. Okay, hammer. Okay, sanctified weapon. It's really good. Now we can put lightning on everything. Mash should be irremovable, which cause your defense to go low and lower. I think it's kind of cute. Sometimes, but yeah, it is kind of awful. The only way to get rid of it should be uninstalling the game. That's you feel pretty passionately about it, huh? Okay, we're about to see one of the many tragedies of the low-level run. The coated sword. You want to know what's really so the coated sword is like really great if you got like, and you should buy it again. The coated sword is pretty great at higher levels, but at base level, base upgrade, it has as much holy AR as a split damage weapon of equivalent level. It's horrible. It can't justify its low weight. Not everything is cheery at low level, I'll tell you what. Don't really need to collect the Seedbed Curse here because Dung Eater's already dead. As he should be. But we stand the Dung Eater puppet. He's real good. I think it's everything in here that we need to care about. Oh right, we have the PvE to do, or PvP, PvE, PvP. Words coming out of my mouth. Oh wait, there's something in here. We have an invasion to do with our boy Bernal. I mean, oh wait, why did I do this? Okay. So we're going to demonstrate by dying 3 or 4 times why we wear this mask. And why Vagabond is unironically probably the worst class to PvE this game at low level at. Because you hate your character? No, it's it's because the Rot Breath is really strong. Okay, that worked out well. And to take out, oh shoot. Yeah, get his ass. There you go. Okay. Never done this invasion. Well, that's a shame. This is how you get the box art armor. Actually, not box art. You get the cool armor. I missed it out on my first playthrough actually, so totally understandable though. Yeah, but you get the Raging Wolf armor. Pretty good. They're pretty middling in terms of armor efficient, like poise to weight ratio. So I don't love them. You get a mask from winning the invasion. Yeah, we can cover our head. You know. There you go. Now we're not so ugly. Trying to tell us. I guess the game's trying to tell us something. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. We can't go get the Mirror Helm if we want to. We can go kill Radahn dishonorably. Yeah. I don't think we've gotten that flask yet. Well, we'll go grab a reward. Maybe use our runes. Use our runes for something. Fooled me, deceiver. Look, I need the stats. I need the stats. I'm not gonna go farm mushrooms to rot pot, which is an inferior form of rot anyway. If you wanted to see skill-based gameplay, you would have gone somewhere else. I'm here to cheese. Because I want... Oh gosh, no, not... Oh wait, no, never mind, it just didn't load in. I was worried there for a second. Mimic Tear has great, but it does lower your melee attack, which doesn't sound so bad until you realize that like the only melee attack you do on most enemies is gonna be riposte damage. So it does actually cut your damage, you know, legitimately by 5%. Since you're not like just spamming bleed with weapons. You use spells for bleed, but we do swap over to the silver tier head or silver tier mask because you need the extra arcane to cast a swarm of flies. Yeah, you remember that? You remember when everyone was spamming swarm of flies? We're gonna do that against the bosses later on. You could go seppuku, but seppuku did get nerfed, and it's a lot less risky to just spam from a distance. Once again, the reason why Vagabond sucks is because you don't have enough arcane to hit that with just one piece of equipment. But you look less horrible. Okay. I mean, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. However, we have to go kill Radahn first, which we will do. We could even do it right now, if you really want to. Let's see. Do I have the talisman? Maybe it's in storage. I want to check if I have the magic talisman. We don't actually use it at any point. It just... I hate to leave it untaken. So chest. Tallies. Oh, I don't have it. Okay, so I need to go... Do I have the Amber Starlight? It's in key items. Where's the key items? Here it is. I don't have the Amber, so that's something to go grab, I guess. Right over here. At least you don't look ugly as hell. Well, I don't know. On the other hand, you could consider it, you know, a penance for what I'm going to do to low-level hosts and to high-level PvE enemies, because I will be doing unethical things. There's no winning a fair fight, you see. Right? You can't win a fair fight in this game. Not at this level. I mean, you could, but you have to be good, and like the whole premise is I'm not good. So, yeah. Look at all the boluses we can make. This will definitely last us 3 invasions. Or 1 Lake of Rot. Once again, why having that faith investment is really nice. Or, not investment, but like faith. Minimum 7 faith for the talisman swap. It's great for PvE, it's great for PvP. Okay, Selvis, give me your thing. So that you can go and die. And give us your things. The Preceptor's like boots are pretty good looking, and they have decent holy resist, as well as I think fire resist. So we might end up using them unironically for PvE, like against Rykard. If we kill Hosler today, we could really just go and kill Rykard if we wanted to, I think. Just spam jump attack. While Dung Eater sprints at him into the lava. It's pretty funny. Okay, Selvis, you son of a gun. I brought you your magical roofie recipe. Now give me your ring. It's not gonna work, you know. There you go. So that's gonna be absolutely worthless to us. But you know, kleptomania. Okay, let's go. Let's go kill Radahn, since we're here. He does, I think, pure physical damage. I think it's gravity stuff. Maybe the Shat does magic, I'm not sure. Doesn't really matter. We're just going to be spamming with... Oh, actually, no, there is something we should take care of before I do that boss fight, I think. Actually, no, we could do this with Rot, but... Now I want to show off. I want to show off the cool knife. So let's go get the cool knife. The cool knife is up here. So we'll be going from this side of Grace, out of wall. But yeah. Radahn is totally doable, by the way, without even using Rot. It's just a little bit easier that way. But, you know, with like a Frost Halberd, you could just frost and then throw a fire pot, frost, throw a fire pot. Works pretty well. You're given free summons and all that. Just hasn't been the same since base patch. Or like 1.03, whenever they nerfed him. But Black Knife will be really useful. Because enemies that are resistant to fire, it does a little bit better percent health damage, I think. Or like better initial damage. Has a slightly lower faith requirement than Black Flame. Although it's not huge. And it also just permanently cuts boss HP. So it's great to open a fight with it. There are certain enemies like Vike. If you really want to kill Vike at this level, at least for me, the only consistent method is to just light roll and do nothing but the weapon art on the dagger, which will take approximately 1,000,000 years to kill him, but it is, you know, quote unquote viable. Whereas if you're trying to kill Electa to get the Tish Ash, you do something similar but different. You just use Flame of the Redmanes on dagger for 5,000,000 years. It is pure suffering. I think I've also done it with Frost into the dagger, but I'm not planning to repeat that anytime soon. That's what you do. Oh wait, for this fight, since she acts like a non-human enemy, you want the Fire Misericord. summon the Bung Eater. And you're going to want Holy Resist for this. It's the worst thing that can happen is she hits you with the weapon art. Oh, that reminds me, yeah, she doesn't actually... The only status she can take is Frost, I believe. But she's very staggerable. We're not wearing it because this is not going to be a battle of attrition since we have a summon. But it's usually correct to... Oh yeah, whereas Dung Eater acts like a human character, so he can be grabbed by enemies. That's another reason why like sometimes Tisha's better, is because Dung Eater can be grabbed. By enemies like Radagon and Malenia. There's funny little differences. Oh, should have grabbed that. There you go. Easy as pie. And that'll give us the Black Knife. Very useful. Down here is the Crimson Seed Talisman, which unfortunately for low level is completely worthless because you're already maxed out on your flasks. But if you level up, you want it. Turn that thing away from the camera. Oh, but it's so precious. Yeah. Okay, now that we have the dagger, we'll take care of Verdun. Yes, we will. I used to have Preceptor's Chazers on my Lady in Black build. That sounds like it makes sense. So you're gonna need to boost faith. So we can do this. Very handy. Gonna have to reduce rate. Guess I'll do the trick. Actually, when reducing weight, it's probably optimal to reduce that weight first. There we go. Let's go challenge Radon. Now she's changed to Black Knight, or whatever it's called. Yeah, Knight's Cavalry, I think. I know what you mean. Understandable change. I mean, the poise change has made it a little bit rough. Although, right in the new patch. Although I suppose I do like having a lot of poise regardless, and endurance. Okay. It's all for the sake of sparing Banger's eyes from this awful mask, huh? Oh, we gotta talk to Theralina. Who may or may not actually be a puppet. Yeah, that one. Yeah. Ready, Azel? Ready as I'll ever be. I didn't cry. Very good. Are we forgetting anything? We should grab this. That we won't be using. Are you sensing a theme here? You know. Woo, 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 woo. All right, we aren't summoning this fight. Congrats, now you can invade at Radon, Slavi. Yeah. I don't. It's sometimes hard to invade outside of, you know, Liurnia on this build. Or, you know, low-level builds. But I have gotten an invasion at Haligtree Roots before. So, you know, I'm not alone out here being a degenerate. Oh, a little slow there. He's going to do the Rain of Arrows, so I'm just going to run away. Okay, he's good and busy now. Let's eat crab. We have 3 minutes of Rot Breath. We'd best make them count. Please don't move. Okay, he's good and rotted. Now we're doing percent health. Or are we? Okay, there we go. And now we're going to do Black Flame. Actually, Frost might be better. Okay. Very nice. Let's phase one over in a jiffy. He's been taking damage the whole time. Whew. Be careful there, buddy. I think if we can hit him with this weapon iron, it's gonna be pretty nice. Oh. Oh, that was painful. Oh, this could be bad. Ah, shoot. That's what you get. Pat just left. That's what you get for saving him in Ring City. Nah, no, it's fine. It's fine, dude. I love him. I love him, okay? I feel bad. I goofed that. Should have been a one and done there. How embarrassing. Okay. I don't think eating crab ahead of time does anything. We'll try it. The size, I like patches. It gives you three different gestures, which is more than any other NPC. It gives you early access to Shackle. It's like a giving tree in terms of actual stuff. Now that I think about it, I like patches too. Good. I get a feeling you're about to say I like killing him. He refused to take part in DS2 BS. Please? Great. Thank you. Get Rap Rat. Come on. Hit him. There you go. Okay. That's a little rough. But we have plenty of flasks left. Come on, summons. I'll need your help. Please reach. Nice. Oh, okay. No! Oh, that's horrible timing. Again, meme Don. It's not supposed to be this hard. I should have just run away and let the NPCs take care of it there, I guess. But I keep trying to finish him off. Then he memes me with the collapsing stars. Not again. That's bad RNG. Okay. Oh no! The hubris! And there goes my souls too. Wow. Not that I needed them. Yeah. I'm getting memed on. Oh gosh. Shouldn't be this hard. Probably because I need to have a glass of water. Blame it on the hydration. We could just turn off his AI for the first part of the fight. That might be easier. Okay. Oh no. Why now? Oh. No. This might do it. They're all on him. They're on him good. Drop breath activated. That was maybe a better way to play for Austin. Oh boy. Give me more summons. Hello? Yeah, this should do it. Get killed. There we go. Finally. That took too long. Let's go find wherever the hill is. GG thing. Thank you. If it weren't for you cheering me on, I wouldn't have slipped and fallen 3 times. Probably. I don't know. Oh, we better skip this. The alien dreams of his homeland. I know you don't like aliens. Not at all. It's all your merit. Thank you. Yeah, I did get a little greedy 3 times in a row. I was cheering for Radon. Thank you, Banker. Uh, I can count on you to be a malignant force against me. Let's see. Okay, there's our bonfire. Side of Grace, whatever. Who cares? Not me. We'll talk to the dog man because he's cool. Sick way to fight. I don't know, man. Radon was pretty sick. Imagine cheering for an ugly gray faced thing. You're imagining. I'm living it. Potman. Queres. I will be needing you for the fire giant fight. That is for sure. So we will swap this over to this, which means we can probably go back to scaled-leggings. Yeah. How about this? Can we go to night? Yeah. There we go. We're gonna just take the long ride for now, so we can get the grace there. I don't know if we need it for anything. I guess we can get a seed there, but it's definitely not like an easy fight, so it's more for completeness' sake. But yeah, we can go get that Mimic Tear Mask so you can finally stop wishing death upon me. Well, I don't know if that'll stop. Now we can invade here, I guess. Does this mean decrease healing? Yeah, it does. But at this level, it doesn't matter because our Estus is currently +7 and we can take it up to +12, so we will still heal max bar regardless. But yes, yeah, it does reduce your healing. Presumably because you're no longer, I don't know, a crimson-blooded animal anymore or something. Oh, right, we could buy the Radon set. Not that we're going to wear it, but having the Radon chest armor in your inventory does let you progress Box quest line by giving him the golden sewing needle. So there is that. And that opens up a gesture. So we are going to buy the Kevin set for this purpose. Not gonna wear it though. The efficiency is really low unless you're going for like resistances, I guess, or like Xenostats resist. More crab. Oh, we're capped on crab. Okay. Oh, we don't even have the bell bearings. That's something to go grab, I suppose. Since we have the souls, we might as well just go grab some of these, some of that. We should also probably kill the bell bearing hunters soon, just because all these, since we're maxed out on crab, all these extra souls runes are gonna go to waste. if you just die with them on us. So being able to buy boluses, for example, would be really good, or gravity stone fans. Not We're not gonna use stone fans that much on this build because it's not strength or int. Uh-oh. Okay, well. Here we go, I guess. Okay. I decided to run away from this situation. Which is actually a strategy. You'll see. Hopefully he can't see us. Okay, we're out of combat. Okay, here comes the boring part. Let's hope we have enough blue. I think we do. We're just gonna poison him. It'll take forever, but okay. So this is like another unintended part of the Rotten Breath nerf. I don't think you can rot these guys anymore, safely at least. Okay. Oh, I was a little scared there for a second. That was really weird. But basically what you can do is the old Farnanim trick, which works. It's going to be some intense gameplay, so I would suggest, you know, grabbing a good movie, making a cup of joe, you know, maybe going to a completely different channel entirely. Because this will take a solid 10 minutes at least to kill. Maybe not that long. Maybe like 7 minutes. I mean, look at that. Look at that bar. It's going down so fast. Oh, no, that's from the rot. Yeah, it's going to take a while. So, I don't know what to say. Blame 1.97. The rot, they took away the rot breath on this. At least the safe application of it. And I'm not going to parry this guy. Because that'll take even longer to actually success, you know. This is a beautiful strategy. It's just as beautiful as your mask. Yes. 100%. This is exactly as beautiful as the mask. In that it is hideous and stinky. But unironically, like, this is the best way to kill, like, every Draconic Tree Sentinel. The Tree Sentinels over at the capital. Although I think you can summon from those, which might make it just better to summon. It is definitely the best way to kill the Bell-Bearing Hunters. It's the best way to kill, except for maybe like the first one, because that one's like safe enough to just parry. You used to use Rot initially, but like you saw, I don't think the build-up was enough for these guys ever since the nerf. Which is not good news. And it's absolutely required for the Draconic Tree Sentinel up over in Farum Azula, because that thing will one-shot you. Just straight up. There's no recourse, there's no escape. There's only stealth. Gotta get some food, see you later. Dude, have some fun with Elden Ring. Yeah. You too. Have a great meal. I'll be around. In pain. Take care. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Time to make some tea. Getting thirsty. Thirsty guy. Maybe I'll wash some rice. pain comes from the mask. Yeah, I guess. It's not poisoned. Let's go. What really boggles my mind is that anybody does this in co-op. No, shouldn't you do this solo? I guess PvE players will always be a mystery in co-op. I say that as someone who's recently done some PvE co-op. Oh no, it's almost day! It's not good. He's gonna disappear on me, isn't he? He's gonna waste my time. This is very unfortunate. Okay, we have another option here. Since we definitely do not have enough time to finish this the normal way. We're gonna go for the high risk play. Fast. I think he's staggering too. Anyway. Yeah, that's another factor. They take forever to kill, so you shouldn't do it at the end of the night. You gotta do it at the start. And if I was reading the clock wrong, I'd just kill myself because that's really dumb. But I think because we started off at night, it was already night. It is about to be day. So let's try this another way, which is the same way, but you know, actually starting at the proper time of the night. But I'm gonna try the parry strategy real fast, or not parry, but the fire strategy real fast one time. Last time. Reason being, if this works, it will be faster, probably even through multiple attempts. Just getting the tea done. Unfortunately, there is an unfortunate side to these things, which is that the boss form is actually weaker. Oh my goodness, we're doing no damage to him. What the heck? It's not viable. He's got way too much poise. This isn't worth doing. So yeah, we're back to the poison them to death strat. Suppose we can use these souls real fast. Buy more serpent arrows, maybe. Gimme. We also have to swap our equipment over to this thing. Yeah, this is another one that you don't need flask to use on most characters, which is nice. Actually, do we have America's? Wait, we can swap to that after we get this started, actually. Also, Ashes of War, do we have a dagger, a spare dagger? We do not. Do we have a spare short sword? We do not. We gotta get that. The reason being, we want something to put Assassin's Gambit on for, sneaking. The fact that we had to restart the whole thing was kind of a pain. Yeah, so it was the end of the night there. Let's see. Okay. Let's try to immediately hide. Back here. Hopefully he didn't notice us. I think he didn't. This feels like Lord of the Rings and the Fellowship of the Ring. The Knight Rider coming up sniffing. I smell frog. What's that cheese I smell? Gorgonzola. No. Should have been a frog hunter, not a bell bearing hunter. Because he was dead. Okay, now that we're actually properly started on the right foot, time to sit down and read a newspaper or something. I don't know. Let's see who is streaming on Twitch right now. And other things of that sort. Stinky Ham is on. Janine, Sebo, Ren Snipe, Juicer, Bliss Angel, Joker, Raph. Some people are on. We get like 1,000 damage off one poison, I think. Let's pay attention to know the exact number. It's good to always know the exact number so that you can anticipate at what intervals of time you need to come back and reapply the poison. This is extremely unengaging gameplay. Although kind of has been in the game since like at least 3, probably longer. Throwing the poo-poo. Also kind of shows how poorly poison does just as a DPS option. Like, imagine I was, a poison build and I was fighting this guy and I applied poison. Like, that's how much damage I did over that period of time at the cost of, like, doing however much less per swing. And at high level, that doesn't look so good. I don't know if like damage goes up a little bit based on arcane scaling, so maybe I'm a little wrong on this, but I'm pretty sure it's like a flat value, right? So, but I think did they buff the poison to have lower duration for the damage it does, or like for the same amount of damage, or apply deadly poison more frequently? I know they buffed the poisonous mist Ash of War in some way. But is it just the duration and the build up, or was it the damage as well? Did they make it deadly? I actually kind of double check on that. Let's see, Poison Mist, the incantation. It is updated in 1.07. Oh, the status buildup was increased, so actually, it does apply more poison buildup. So it has been buffed. That's probably why it's applying poison like one cast. I don't think it's done anything else in the patch. Oh, shoot, I wasn't paying attention. What about the Poisonous Mist Ash? Poisonous Mist. Ash of War, Poisonous Mist. Okay, it doesn't. With skill, Poisonous Mist. According to Vextra, 14 FP cost, not chargeable. The skill and the mist apply poison buildup. Both apply the same. Swing also deals damage if it hits. Lasts for 5. Poison buildup per tick lasts for 5 seconds. The poison buildup changes depending on the affinity as it scales with the arcane stat. Lasts for 40 seconds. Motion speed has been increased. Duration of the poison's effect has been increased. So they didn't actually buff the poison itself. That's unfortunate. Oh, but it does prompt the healing on Great Stars. Interesting. Okay, 1,000, 1,190, 1,200. Okay, so 1274 per instance of poison. Then ring Bell-bearing Hunter. How much total health does he have? Bell-bearing Hunter. This one is the Gravity Stone Bell-bearing Hunter. Let's see. Bell-bearing. It has 10,619 health. And has a poison resist that caps at 1228, which doesn't really matter for us. Since we're doing over 1,200 per instance, this will take. Let's see, 5 is gonna give us an additional 1,000, so like, what is this? 9 times we're gonna have to poison him, I think. 9 times. Something like that. Yeah, 9 times should do it. Poison lasts. Standard poison lasts, I think, 90 seconds. Right? Normal poison. Inflicts 0.00007% plus 7 damage per tick for 90 seconds. So yeah, 90 seconds. We're looking at 90 seconds. Poison spray mist does more apparently. Oh, we're still the middle of the night. Hopefully we'll make it. What are their frost resistances? Because we might do frostbite. 517. It's pretty strong against frost. But we might just do a fully charged frost bath to finish it off if it gets too close today. It's pretty risky though. I don't know. Anyway, tea should be done. I'll go grab that. About half the damage per tick of the poison is coming from his max health, and the other half is coming from the poison proc itself, which means we're doing only 0.0007%, no, 0.0014% of his total life per second. Let's see, 9 times 9, 81, yeah, 110 seconds, I think, to kill this guy if we're optimal. Oh, but on top of that, there's a time to apply the poison stat as well, which is a few seconds. It's a long time to kill this guy. But we're going to do a greater percentage portion of health to lower health enemies, because the part of the damage is coming from the flat value is higher than the percent health damage. Let's look at our clock. Yeah, I think we have plenty of time. So yeah, don't be silly. If you're killing these guys, always do it, purposefully. Unfortunately, because the rot method appears not to be as good anymore, this does make it so you can't cut down on the time by doing the risky early rot. So this is all an extreme grind. Probably worth it if you want to spam the consumables, but it's going to be an extreme grind for anyone who's actually doing this. But if if you're watching a guide, if you're planning on setting out to make a no muling low level invader, I think you're expecting the grind in the first place. So it's on you. It's on you, buddy. Toxic. Hey. Welcome back, Master Emeraldo. We're being toxic. Nice method. Yeah. In fact, I think it's the only consistent method at this level. I mean, if you're a parry god, you can get him, but I am not a parry god. And it looks like the nerf to Rot Breath in 1.07 has made doing an initial Rot Breath run to reduce his health more quickly is no longer very viable, because like 1.5 casts do not fill up. This is base level Samurai, so we haven't leveled up yet. No weapon upgrades. We are upgrading the summon since that doesn't affect matchmaking. So we got a +9 Dung Eater. We're going to be running a lot of lightning stuff on this eventually. This is just PvE stuff. Yeah. I think I mentioned this before. I know I mentioned this on stream like 5 times, but we're doing this first of all just because I like low level invading, but also because I want to make a video guide on how to beat the game as easily as possible without leveling up. And I've done it on PC, but I had some bad footage on some spots, or like missing footage. So I'm doing it again on PS4 because I want to file on PS4, and we can get some more footage this way. Also, since I beat the game last doing this, and now that we had the recent patch, which has changed a few things, like the fact that you can't really rot these bell bearing hunters anymore. So, oh wait, I didn't need to do that twice. But yeah, each this takes a while. Each instance of poison is 90 seconds. I did so many katana invades today. Well, that's good to hear. How did it go? I'm not much of a katana man. Nagakiba OP. Yeah, Nagakiba is like the beneficiary of the fact that they have almost no variety in movesets in this game. Because of course, Miyazaki is a weeb or something. Said with full knowledge that he is Japanese and this is a Japanese game company, but also I get a little bit pissed at the fact that great swords get one poke R2, whereas every single katana is basically viable. Maybe not the serpent bone blade, but that's the only one I really like because it doesn't even look like one. He's almost dead. Yeah, he is. Okay, and you shared us a clip. I'm gonna take a look at it while we're. Nagakiba thrust, very cool. Oh, fall through the ladder as you kill, very cool. Beautiful invasion. The poke. The best spear in the game. So we've just killed the less optimal one for some reason. We probably should have killed the other one first. But we can turn in our bell bearing. And we really need these bell bearings, because otherwise all our souls are going to waste. There's bodies. Yeah. Let's see. The medicine peddler is up here at the hermit merchant. We can poison him through the back of the shack, which is pretty funny, in my opinion. But getting back there without getting alerted, we'll hope that the same strategy works. The Bellbearing Hunters are really weird because they'll continue tracking you even after they de-aggro. Like they know where you are and they're padding towards you. Oh wait. It's treated as night. We gotta go to night again. Why until nightfall? There we go. Because it was the end of the night. We didn't want him to despawn. That would have been unfortunate. Spawns him. Yo, invade on this guy. Okay, so the combat music is faded. I think that means he's de-aggroed. But he's still looking for me. That's the scary thing. We need him to go back into the shack. Is in there? Yeah, he's in there. Good, good. So watch this. Ta-da! Exciting gameplay. It's like watching paint dry. Or rocks dry. But yeah, toxic. Yep, that's Elden Ring for you. It's toxic. Oh man, I wish it was toxic. It's just poison. It's the weakest. I think this is the weakest form of poison. Or pretty close to it. Which is kind of a shame. But, you know, I'm not going to complain about the fact that we can choose the PvE. I'm still confused by people. You know, you see people like invade into worlds where people are doing this, like the Draconic Tree Sentinel. And there's 2 people. That's why you're invading. It's like you didn't need a buddy to help you do this. Just allocate some blue flasks. Come on. Unbelievable. I don't know. Let's see. So this, we actually do less damage per instance of this, per like 90 seconds, because we have less max HP, but we're doing a bigger percentage of his health. So this should take slightly less time, I think. Because on the previous enemy, we're doing just about exactly half and half percent health damage and flat damage. Okay, we're doing 11 a tick versus 14. And 7 of that is flat damage per tick. So 3 less times however many ticks. I think it's like 90 ticks. I don't know. We're doing like 990 damage. I always take the opportunity when I'm doing this cheese to make tea for myself. I don't know, read a book, touch grass. You get 90 seconds before you have to reapply the poison each time, so there's a lot of activities you can go and do. Might get dinner started or something, cook rice. Yeah, it looks like 990. Fast maths. So, I guess the smart thing would be to prepare. Oh, we do more than 990. I guess the percent health damage is a little bit higher. We had like 1 extra tick. Or maybe it does 1 tick right at the start and then so you get like 91 ticks? I don't know. Weird. But we do slightly over 1,000 damage per poisoning. This Bell-Bearing Hunter is the one in the Isolated Merchants? No, the Hermit Merchant. And he has only 6,200 HP. So he should go down in 7 poisonings or 6 and then we do Frost Breath or something. Very cool. But now this is all extremely unexciting gameplay. I apologize. I hope at least that it's informative for anyone who wants to do this. I honestly don't think I'm gonna bring a plague of low-level invaders on the world, since like everyone who wants to probably already has figured out, or it's just like easier to get a mule if you just want to be an a-hole. So I don't know. I certainly know that when I'm invading at low level, I certainly do, like a scumbag, benefit from like having high poison and everything, but I don't like really like spamming rot even on over level phantoms. So if anything, maybe I should be playing more optimally. Maybe I should have it as a part of my repertoire, just in case. But you know, don't bully newbie hosts. You have all this crab, you can drop the crab. That's my philosophy. And if they're not, if they're just having their overleveled friend help them, you are an intended game mechanic to balance out the difficulty. So I don't. There's no twinking. There's no low level twinking in that sense. Just like the game has decided that there's no over leveled co-op twinking apparently. Although, as an invader, of course, we always complain, right? But in terms of intended game mechanics, this is intended at least as much as, you know, Kevin's friend over there dealing 150 bleed buildup per phantom hit, or running with dual Vikes. I don't think there's anything really mean about using endgame gear. Because if anything, you know, like a lot of the OP stuff is available early. If you just wanted to bully people, you could do that almost purely within Limgrave. I know what to say, man. Yeah. I will say, I guess the one caveat is don't run an invasion build that you'd hate to like play against, I guess. But even then, I feel like the experience we get is like Taunter's Tongue. Like if, well, you know, I mean, we met because I invaded you, right? I invaded you low level, and that was a fun fight. And you kicked my ass, you know. So I don't know what to say. It's competence and a decent setup. It's all really what people need. Doesn't terribly matter what you're using if you're up against someone who's just a complete baby seal. So, yeah. I don't know, don't feel bad. Don't feel ashamed for being an intended game mechanic. Saying this. Talk about preaching to the choir. Oh boy. I don't know, there's just like nothing to do while we're poisoning this guy. I always end up rambling about things that probably nobody cares about. You know, it's not enough for to listen to me saying anything about it, which I guess is a completely different concept. I really hope that like by the time the DLC comes out, there'll be a Wikidot version of the Elden Ring wiki, because nobody likes Vextra, even if it is modestly okay. And I just like the neater pages. I don't think anybody's put one up yet though. Once this thing runs out, I'll just frost breath him or something. Should take him out. Then we can go buy all the boluses we want, at least the ones that he provides, which, I mean, blood and poison boluses are pretty useful. The fact that you can't buy rot boluses, though, is really depressing. You can also buy sleep and frost, that's right. So it does give you a lot of them, a lot of useful ones. But alas. That's about all that can be said about it. Yeehaw! Taking care of him. Let's go turn in our bounty. And now we have a reliable sink to put any runes into that we don't want to throw away. But we don't have anything particular to buy. Handy dandy little thing. That's the other benefit of a low level run. You don't have to upgrade weapons. You don't have to level up, so all your runes go into buying stuff. Buying consumables. It makes consumables, at least the purchasable ones, feel super viable. Yeehaw. So let's get a few of these. Let's get... Oh. We don't have enough runes. Unfortunate. Okay. Let's see. So we've got that one. We can get the Church of Vows one next. As well as turn in our Book to Muriel, I suppose. This one is modestly important. The Bone one might be better. Let's see. This one is the Meat Peddler. Meat Peddler is alright, I guess. If you want to craft the Holy Proof Liver, I guess Holy Proof Liver is, I think, objectively superior to the spell version, just because it's free. Like, it's a consumable. It has the same value for some unfathomable reason. AKA Miyazaki hates faith builds. Although in this game, I will say in this game, faith builds have probably been given the most love out of all the FromSoft games. Oh, right. This one doesn't have a convenient place you can poison him from. I didn't think of that. This might be a rot or bust operation. But since he is lower level, I think we'll be fine. One can hope. Okay, we can rot him in two. It's good to know. Wait, I wonder if he is susceptible to whatchamacallit, the being made a friend. I don't think he is, because he's like, you know, uh, like a named enemy, but if he is, that means we get to wail on him for free. Which would make it viable to kill him this way. Also, he's low. He's kind of weak enough. We might just like melee him to death. I don't know. Is there anything we can slap? Oh, we could probably slap it on this. Where is? Yeah. We could try this. And that might be able to earn us the stealth. Pass time until nightfall. If not, yeah, it is what it is, but we are here testing what 1.07 has done. We should be invisible now. Oh, right. Oops. It's like, why isn't he showing up? Well, it's because the turtle's still there. Oopsies. Should do the trick. The turtle's no longer there. Let's hope this means he doesn't see me. Looks like it worked. Heck yeah. So, there you go. Yeah, Assassin's Gambit, perhaps of questionable utility in PvP, absolutely required in PvE. So, definitely buy it from our good friend Bernal. If you you'll need it when you'll absolutely need it when you get past the dragon sentinel, Draconic Tree Sentinel in Fair Missoula. And it does help out with the first one as well, so you know, it is what it is. You don't actually need it though for the first one. Yay! Time for more waiting. Did I do any invades today? No, I haven't invaded today. I don't tend to invade much on just the build making parts of these low level characters. Partially because, you know, you're not optimal yet, and just because like there's so much to do in PvE. But yeah, mostly just because when I'm trying to obtain footage for the PvE part, I don't really want to, you know, have to dig through more PvE or PvP footage. I don't even know how I'm gonna make the video. Like, I think my plan here is to go through on my the YouTube archive footage, and make clips, download the clips, and then use the clips directly as the source of the video. Since, for the most part, I don't think my computer's gonna be happy downloading and handling like the full files for streams. But this is like my first time even thinking about making a video that's like longer than 10 minutes, so I really don't know what's involved. fortunately, knowing my audience, a lot of stuff is like pretty well known how you do it, so I don't think I need to like go into a great amount of detail for a lot of the setup. Like I don't have to show people this is how you go get Radagon's icons. Like everybody knows that by now, or not icons. Sorry, yeah, Radagon source seal. Like everybody knows how to do that by now. Probably have a short clip there just as a putting in a joke. But sort of the Yamfa inspired guides are like a well explored genre at this point, so there's really no need for me to do anything particularly fancy. And I'll probably make it a two-parter as well, because I want to do like the first part, well, and mostly this is just to make it easier for me to do, but like the first part would just be going to the mountains, getting all your talisman slots, and having access to a maxed out flask, which has already been done at level 30 by Zach Oliver, also known as Oli Baboli, also known as Elden Twink. The reason why I even wanted to put out these videos partially is because he put out his guide. And we've been working together on the no upgrades path. We haven't done much since we completed the game, but that was back in 1.06, so because everything has changed, it's kind of important to get new footage. Like, I guess like the Bellbearing Hunters prove it, because the fact that Rot Breath is now basically pointless to attempt on them is a big change. Especially for like this one, because I wouldn't have bothered going around doing the invisible strat if I could just rot him from over there, which is what you usually do. But unfortunately, Rot Breath is nerfed, so that doesn't work. But it shouldn't make it non-viable to beat a lot of these enemies with Rot Breath, because Oliver did a lot of stuff using just Rot Pots instead of Rot Breath, and although Rot Pots do less damage through Rot, they do have like their Rot buildup has not been nerfed for PvE or PvP, so they should still be pretty good. And it's probably the correct strategy for like Plagiarisax, and I don't think Plagiarisax is going to be inconsistent anymore. The real bad news is Radagon and Malenia, who were already the inconsistent final bosses. That really did need the DPS from Rot in Phase 1. Because it would chuck like a quarter of their health or something. Is very important. And I don't think Rot Pots are going to be quite as convenient or as effective. Especially since like the whole idea, at least when I'm playing, is we do no dupes, no trading, no muling. So actually farming up Rot Pots is like a huge pain. But I think for Plagiarisax it won't be an issue, just because Rot Pots are farmable after all. It's not impossible. And since Plagiarisax is a fairly consistent boss, it should be safe to get it in a few attempts, even with Rot Pots. But it's all a big question mark at this point, especially since we haven't progressed that far in this file, right? We haven't gotten to the mountaintops yet. We'll find out. We'll find out. I mean, worst comes, we could develop like a weapon rot version using rock grease or something. But that's, I don't know. I think that's just gonna be a lot less efficient than Rot Pots, because Rot Pots do like 300 build up per pot, and even with like grease, I think you only do 100 build up on a rapier, so like 3 rapier hits. And you have to grease. If you're doing it in the middle of a fight, you're gonna prefer string grease, which means even more time. Farming string is probably legit harder to do than just farming mushrooms, and you have to find the butterflies anyway. Maybe a barrage-based strategy would work. I don't know. But I guess my point is, the 1.07 Rot Breath nerf has put a wrench in like the super late game, and some of these like harder to rot enemies. Whereas for the stuff that's like pretty easy to rot, it hasn't really changed anything at all. Like what's his name? Radahn. Radahn boss fight hasn't really changed at all. I mean, that was possible to do without Rot. Rot is just the easy version. So it's all very very so and so. I don't know. The good news is, unless you're like a faith build, there's really no need to beat Elden Beast apart from going to New Game Plus, I guess. Same thing with Malenia. Like, apart from Fashion, only a pure Dex build gets any benefit out of Hand of Malenia, and you still have to go above base level to use it, whatever you are. So, at least for like invasions. So, it's kind of pointless. So that's like the saving grace, I guess. We're passing time just to make sure we go back to the start of the night. This should be the fastest one of all, but I don't want to risk it. Okay. So let's use the weapon art to turn invisible. Go into stealth mode. I think we can poison this guy from the back as well. But yeah, we're just doing invisibility to make sure the de-aggroing happens effectively. If we can poison him from here, that'll be all there is. Worst comes, this is the weakest one, we could just go for a parry strategy. We might even be able to sneak in behind him within the shack, which is kind of crazy to think about. Okay, yeah, we could just do it from here. Lol. We're only doing 8 damage a second. Just how little health he has, like 1 to 8 base damage, or 1 to 7 in terms of base damage to percent health damage. Okay, so this will be fast, relatively speaking. Fun things I've noticed in the latest patch. It looks like wearing this guy's helmet is like pretty optimal in terms of poise. It's got one of the best poise ratios for a helmet, and it has a decent amount of poise as well, so I'm running it on my 125 arcane build. It also just looks pretty alright with the Crucible Knight set. Not incredible, but I don't know. It's got that arcane build vibes. Doesn't provide any stat benefits apart from the poise though. It's really funny because like the rest of the set is very poise inefficient. It's also probably like in terms of efficiency the best part of the set to wear if you want the Thorns effect for breaking bubbles or being scum towards thrust users, and you know, always be scum towards thrust users, I guess. I don't like the aim punch that it's in the game, and I wish they would remove it, but while it's here, you know, using it to bridge the gap between thrust builds and heavy overhead slam builds that do poise trading. Maybe not the worst option. It really does bother me though how aim punch makes it so it's almost never correct to do an overhead attack, and almost always better to do like a sideways swipe for poise weapons. It's so crazy. Yeah, look at how much health is taking, or how quickly his health is going down comparatively speaking. Very fast. Very nice. Oh, we got tea left. Only live for 30 minutes? That can't be right. Did I have a... Did my video pause at some point? Better check. Because I think we had the internet cut out for a second.
This is much.
Yeah, looks like it. Must have cut out at the 2:30 mark. That's very unfortunate. Well, no wonder it felt like we've been streaming for a long while. We have, apparently. After that, what we're gonna do? We can go down to Noxtella. Go get the Mimic Tier mask. Go up the lift. Do we have the Golden Stone kit? Oh, we should have picked that up. Oh, we have it. So we can give that to Bach. We could probably grab some crafting recipes. We could go and hunt for pots. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff we could do. But maybe we'll just call it a day. Since we have been on for like 3 hours. Let's see. Oh yeah, completing the Rykard quest line as well. I mean, that would take us going to Oslo first, which will be a hot minute. We don't get much out of killing Oslo, apart from, I guess we get the Taker's cameo, which isn't okay, I guess, in Invasions. It's like a hot swap. Oslo set we will not be wearing unless we're doing cosplay stuff. This work with the set. Not very well at all. It really sucks that like the one really cool bassinet helmet does not work with most armor sets. Bassinet, I think it's called. Alright. Oh, didn't have time to kill him. Because we killed him. Very funny. Okay, so we'll turn those in. That's quite a lot of work done today. You know, PvE wise. A lot of people don't bother with like the bell bearings, I think. Because they're kind of hard to get. These enemies are very obnoxious, but they're valuable. Great way to wrap up loose change. We get some more bleed ballistas. Yeah, and with that we can get slivers of meat for 1,000. We can get lumps of flesh. We can get turtleneck meat. Do we have the liver crafting recipes? We have the magic liver. Wait, can we buy livers? Sorry, my memory is bad. We cannot buy livers. We can only buy slivers and lumps. So, rip that idea. Thank you, FromSoft. I mean, they're decently farmable if you have a crowd of sheep. So if you really wanted them, it's probably a good idea. Still kind of a pain. I don't know why. But yeah, Magic Fort's really good. Instead of this. Okay. I guess we'll grab a few graces before we quit out. Maybe get the Mimic fight done. Since that's pretty free. I'll have to make sure to take our seal off first so we don't cast any magic. We're not going to actually fight the Mimic tier because we are lazy. Although, we could let Dung Eater take care of him. That would be kind of funny. Hopefully I don't fall to my death here. That would be embarrassing. This way. I really have to figure out how to get music going on this. Make a playlist or something. I will probably be using some royalty-free music once I get this all edited together into something. Or at least the clips from this. But, I don't know. I don't really think of myself as like a streamer in the first place, if that makes any sense. I know I am streaming, but this is like supposed to be vaguely educational content and just hanging out, not so much being a content producer. I don't know. Maybe that's just a silly way of putting myself down, but I know I'm going to be very busy in the future, so I don't really think of this as like any kind of long-term consistent activity. shield summons are down here. I know people like the shield summons a lot. They might be good on certain situations, but we stand Dung Eater here. That's all there's to say. We've done some testing. They do not help out against Malenia. They do not help out against Radagon. So no shield soldiers for us, unfortunately. So we'll just disarm ourselves and let Dung Eater do the talking. They're gonna take the helmet off. Go Dung Eater. Wow, he did damage to us. I didn't know that did. Blade of Death is really good. Easy wins. We could put the Mimic Tear Mask on if we want. Sometimes we will not be wearing that, even in PvE, because it has the little margins of damage we do can sometimes matter on riposts. But I think with this we can now have Bloodflies to our repertoire. Do I have Bloodflies in here? Yeah, we do. There we go. So this is really why. So we can do Swarm of Flies. Very powerful against player type enemies because they stagger easily. They'll just kind of stand there and take it. Very good against large bosses because it's a safe way to apply bleed from a distance. I don't know, very useful PvE tool. Once again, something we won't actually use anytime on this build unless we ever take it to a higher level. Still haven't figured out what nascent butterflies do. Should probably use these souls before we do anything rash. We'll probably call the stream there. We could just go get the Finger Sling Blade, I suppose, but do we have Latana, right? Yeah, we have Latana. Purchase. There we go. get some more poison bullets. We should probably sort our chest. We have weapons in here we don't really want. We might want to swap in a dagger for carrying Assassin's Gambit. Things like that. We don't want that. We don't want these. That's the only sorcery that's, or not Freezing Mist actually. The only one we will really be interested in is Night Maiden's Mist. It has low requirements and has some utility against certain enemies if we want to find them. Not that we probably will. I think we prefer heal to urgent heal. Not sure. We don't need the coated sword. We don't currently need this. We don't need that. We do want to keep that around. Don't want that. We can keep that around for later. And we have a good use dagger. Not really. We'll pick it up at some point. Do you want to keep a staff on hand for when we want a staff? But probably not that one. All these shields are pretty pointless. We might use Great Turtle Shield occasionally. I doubt it. Keep the Gilded Iron for looks. Buckler for looks. I'll do it like that, I guess. Oh, we have the Sentry's Torch. Okay. So we will want that. Okay, since we're here, so we do have the sentries, we could go get the Raptor's Talons real fast. And I think we'll cut the stream here. But we'll show up for later. Might be on later tonight, just to progress some stuff. Probably not. I might do a different game. I don't know. But I'm gonna go make dinner before I get hungry. I'll call the stream here. For those of you who dropped in, thank you for dropping in. I really do appreciate it. It's always a great time hanging out. We'll be seeing you around. And everyone have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.